progress, but also for the race lead. Then Maro Engel is going to be on what he might now deem the wrong side of the grid, the outside, but Raffaele Marciello can't get up alongside him. He's got to hold station, but he does have clear air ahead of him. So, who has got the heavier right foot, Engel or Marciello? Both are Mercedes factory drivers. They come up towards the timing line. The lights are about to change. It's going to be 7 laps then to get the Galaxy Entertainment Macau GT Cup Race 1 underway. There's contact straight away as Imperatori goes between the Mercedes. He comes to the outside line. There's drama in the background. Darrell Young is involved. There's mayhem into the first corner. Adeli Fong is involved in all of that as well. There's going to be a stoppage. And so as Eduardo Mortara gets himself through the debris, we've lost Min Heng, we've lost Darrell Young, we've lost, I think, Frankie Cheng's out facing the wrong way, and Adeli Fong in the barrier.
What was it I said about them giving a textbook example of how to get around the Macau gear circuit without problems?
Red flag, as predicted.
Yeah, it was always going to be, wasn't it?
Yeah. So the race is being stopped, and you can see why, with 4 smashed cars, and for the 2nd year in a row, Darrell Young is involved in a big accident in the qualifying race, so the race is suspended. I would offer you that they'll be brought into the pit lane, and when the road is clear, they'll restart behind the safety car from the pits in the same order, rather than restart the race as it was.
So, I don't know if we'll get a chance to have a look back at the start of the race. Imperatori was quick off the line, and this was the first thing that happened. There was contact there, wasn't there?
Yeah, but it was Adeli Fong going for a gap between Darrell Young and Min Heng. That was the pinch point. So he got involved, spat Heng around, then Frankie Cheng's Audi goes around, Darrell Young into the barrier, Adeli Fong into the barrier. The barrier is damaged. There are 4 cars badly damaged, but yeah, I'm afraid, wag the finger at Adeli Fong for going for a gap that wasn't Audi sized. But those are 4 big hits, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And the other always upsetting thing about seeing this sort of thing, that's very expensive. There are incredible machines, expensive machines, and a lot of damage.
They're expensive, there is a lot of damage, you're right, and as I think you made the point during one of the free practice sessions, everybody has got at least one trip across some water to get here. There's a limit on how many spare parts you can bring, and in those cases you're almost looking at complete legalism. You're not allowed a spare car, so you have to bring as many parts as you think you're going to need, and there it is from another angle, and that camera may not have survived. Ooh, that's a massive hit.
So what happens when you slow down, when you go into the slow motion, you can see very clearly what's going on, but you don't really get the notion of the speed at which they're hitting. And quite a few were involved in that contact, albeit light contact towards the rest of the field. But okay, this is unusual, isn't it?
Well, we've had GT accidents here before. Just ask Lawrence Van Thor as an example.
Oh,
but
yes.
The cars then will come into the pits.
He won that race.
He did, courtesy of a red flag. The race will resume from the pit lane. So when they get going, it will be behind the safety car and will carry on. So the race is not stopped, it is suspended. And that is why they're going to the pit lane and we'll start from there rather than re-grid. We don't stop the race and restart it, we suspend it. So it's the equivalent of a safety car process, but rather than going round and round and round and round and round, you suspend the race whilst just about everybody that's available comes and sweeps and clears up the wreck. So Frankie Cheng's Audi is the one facing the wrong way, Adeli Fong's Audi is the one in the wall, the Porsche, which I think has probably copped the most damage, is that of Min Heng, and Darrell Young's Mercedes is also in a pretty sorry state. Maro Engel leads, by the way.
Yes. And the cars in pit lane. Oh look, you can see the damage to the Porsche of Imperatori.
So every available flatbed arrives, and the motorbike entry, who are preparing themselves for their race, but just put a different album on the iPod as they wait a little bit longer for track activity. But Maro Engel, I think, might well be getting through the car. Can? This might be quite a long way, let's see.
Yeah, it might take a little while. The opportunity for Eduardo Mortara to reflect on what has gone on over the course of the last 15 minutes or thereabouts.
Well, he's got himself well up the order. I would often that he's in the top 6 pretty much because of that. Maybe just on the fringes. The incident was taking place up the road ahead. What, 6th or 7th? But yes, drivers are out of the cars. There's Raffaele Marciello, who thinks, oh, here we go. Let's have a look at any damage to the side of the Mercedes, because there was that brush with the Imperatore there, his teammate. But then in the background, look, Min Heng sort of moves across. Adderley Fong was in the middle, maybe being a bit unfair and pointing the finger at Adderley Fong, because I think he was where he was anyway. It was the Porsche moving across that kind of triggered the pit cylinder.
Well, Lamborghini had moved up, hadn't it?
Yeah. That's a huge hit though, look at the way that the barrier moved there. It's a good hit. So the driver's now discussing who was where. I don't think Raffaele Marciello is overly thrilled at Imperatore's start.
No.
But the contact there is only the catalyst. The damage comes from that concrete. That's where all the damage is done, as all 4 plough into the wall at different angles. And I think the Min Heng Porsche is the one that's caught the most damage, isn't it?
I think you're right.
Aro will just be watching that on the big screen, thinking, oh, God, it was clear of all of
He
that.
didn't see any of it, did he, in real life? No. All happening behind. So they have this big screen down at exit end of pit lane, and the drivers do get the opportunity to review what has just gone on. So, with the race suspended, the marshals and the circuit staff working hard to recover multiple GT cars and address large amounts of fluid that have been dropped and clear up debris as well.
And also check drivers, because all of them in an impact like that will need a big trip to the medical centre to make sure they're all okay. Very Marciello though
Looks quite animated.
well, absolutely, yeah, he doesn't seem to be too disgruntled with life.
No.
Maro Engel waiting to find out when he's get back in the car, how long. So, preparing himself again. Craft Bamboo Racing entry, the sister car, that of Darrell Young.